This map immediately feels vast. This map is of Patagonia route to San Quintin Glacier, Chile. Not dense, not busy, not immense. What you're looking at here is Patagonia, not as a political region or a city network, but as a journey through raw geography. This map is less about destinations and more about movement through one of the most extreme landscapes on Earth. And everything begins with this route, the line through wilderness. The most striking element on this map is the single yellow line. It runs vertically from north to south, threading through fjords, forests, mountains, ice fields, and glacial lakes. There are no grids here, no city blocks, just a path cutting through terrain that resists human order. This is a route map, not a coverage map. Cartographically, that's an important distinction. The map is not trying to explain everything, it's explaining this journey. Orientation and context. In the top left corner, we're given a small but powerful inset, South America with Chile highlighted. This does two things instantly. It locates us on the continent. It emphasizes how long and narrow Chile really is. Patagonia exists at the extreme southern end of that ribbon of land. The inset reminds us that this is not remote in an abstract sense, it's remote within an already isolated geography. That context matters. Satellite imagery as the base layer. Unlike your previous maps, this one is built on satellite imagery, not vector streets or illustrated terrain. You can see dense green forests, dark fjords and channels, sharp white ice fields, jagged mountain ridges, casting shadows. This is not symbolic cartography, this is observational cartography, showing the land almost as it truly appears from above. But even satellite maps are edited. Colors are balanced, contrast is enhanced. Snow and ice are allowed to dominate visually because here they should. The ice as the main character. Look at the southern half of the map. That massive white expanse is not cloud cover, it's ice. This is the northern Patagonian ice field, one of the largest bodies of ice outside the polar regions. The route leads us directly towards Laguna San Rafael, and finally the San Quintin Glacier. The glacier isn't just labeled, it's earned. The path narrows, the terrain becomes harsher, and the map visually reinforces that sense of arrival. This is narrative cartography. The land itself builds tension. Minimal labels, maximum meaning. Notice how few labels appear on this map. There are no town names every few kilometers, no road numbers, no administrative boundaries. Instead, we get key access points, airports, fjords, glaciers, strategic waypoints. This restraint is intentional. In places like Patagonia, over-labeling would destroy the sense of scale and isolation. Here, empty space is information. Transportation as connection, not network. At the northern end, we see Piotr Eisen and Piotr Chacabuco, along with connection to Balmaceda Airport. These are not hubs in the urban sense, they are gateways. From there, the route turns into thin lifeline, suggesting boats, long drives, limited access, and dependency on weather and terrain. The map communicates this without saying a word. Color as emphasis, not decoration. The yellow route line is bright, confident, and artificial. Against the deep greens and whites of the landscape, it stands out immediately. This contrast is deliberate. It says, this is the human element. Everything else, the mountains, rivers, glaciers, was here long before the route and will remain long after. The color choice reinforces that hierarchy. Scale that feels physical. At the bottom left, we see a scale bar 20 kilometers. That sounds manageable until you remember what 20 kilometers of fjords, ice fields, and dense forest actually means. In extreme landscapes, distance lies. Time, effort, and accessibility matters far more than kilometers. This map understands that, and the visual weight of terrain reinforces it. How a map like this is made? Technically, this map combines satellite imagery, likely from Landsat or similar sources, GIS-based route plotting, manual labeling and annotation, careful color correction and compositing. But the real craft lies in what's omitted. No minor roads, no political borders, no unnecessary labels. This is editorial mapping. Every element is here to support one story. What this map is really about. On the surface, this is a tourism or expedition map, but underneath, it's about human access versus natural scale, how infrastructure thins at the edge of the world, how maps shift when nature, not cities, dominates. This map doesn't sell convenience, it sells experience. Closing thought. Most maps show us how humans shape land. This one reminds us how little control we actually have. A single yellow line crosses hundreds of kilometers of ice, water, and mountains, not to conquer them, but to simply reach one place and then stop. And that humility is what makes this map powerful. Thank you for watching. If you want a custom map developed, reach out to Maps&Locations.com and we will have your custom map created as per your requirements. Thank you.